Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Age Mythology, not Age Mythology, Age and Papyrus 4 replay. Spawn on top left side is yellow Sengoku Daimyo, we got Beasty. Spawn on bottom right side is blue Delhi Sultanate, we got a Puppypaw. Back when I remember his name was one Puppypaw. Of course, got the moss going on up. And we got the food cart here. When it comes to map generation, blue does have two wood deposits in front of him, providing some natural coverage. One small gold behind him with some berries here. Deadly Sultanate is close to Islam, so it gets improved berry collection. And it looks like both his deer deposits spawn a little bit forward, and his other tree deposit in front of him as well. Yellow, of course, has another tree deposit spawned way up here, while two of them spawned around him, which actually may cause a bit of trouble providing some natural walls. Small gold near the other small gold. He's somewhat easy to project to, but pretty wide open. Small gold over here. And looks like food carts immediately find some delicious pieces of venison. Though may need to reposition towards the more center because this one almost gets out of the radius. Dome of the Faith being deployed on the field. Looks your bargain bin scholars. The Sengoku Daimyo player is actually get a bit behind on aging up. But you got Kota Township, which give him access to various shinobi abilities, global abilities to summon. We got the level 1 wheelbarrow being researched by yellow as well. Cheapo has been tasked on home. Various research, not big surprise. We do have an outpost here. Looks like both players eyeing for a bit of economic games. And yep, looks like some of the deer have walked away, reducing them food income. Needs to reposition the yatai, or however you pronounce it, the food cart. So it is actually next to a bunch of berries as well, but if you put some more right there, it would provide maximum coverage, at least a little bit better. Sakdago does bite the food trader, the food delivery. We do now have some Gazi Raiders here. There are the ambush units, which offers, of course, a slight bit of siege damage, mostly meant for the snare effect. They do have like a bit of a grenade tracking, so it's not perfect. Sort of surprised he's able to spawn on himself. Target near forest when you shinobi a group of grenades. But he was able to target on himself. I guess itself is also a possible target. Stealth forest, so it should be like the shrubbery here, but he clearly summed it on top of himself. Well, if that's a perfect valid target, that'll be fine, but that's sort of interesting he was able to cast it there. We have some Yari cavalry here, which do have a little bit bonus damage versus other cavalry. Was it the Yatai took a bit of damage there. Does collect up sheeple as well. Could keep it towards more of the mutton in the meantime. After all, mutton's still edible. Salakdago does go down there. 4 Yari cavalry here. Good number of Gazi Raiders in return. We do have a Daimyo now to put on the field. Yari cavalry do cost more than regular cavalry, like the Gazi Raiders. Melee, oh no, attack speed increase, that's what Daimyo. not damage. I'm used to the other banner man. So attack speed gets increased to 1.65. The God's Raiders do hit harder but slower at 2. You now have the horse training research that gives cavalry just plus 10% movement speed. You now have survival or professional scouts being researched by Delhi Sultanate. Looks like going to try to collect some Venice on the map. They all spawn in sort of same area, so they're all deliciously obtainable. And full spearmen would be excellent to protect them from the Yari cavalry. Yari cavalry do find a handful of villagers. Guys, the others are moving to intercept some of these villagers, taking some damage there. Oh, and there's Shinobi ambush there. Looks like they threw some grenades against the villagers, trying to snare them, and looks like he's not trying to deal with the Gazi Raiders just yet. While those grenades do siege damage, 2 damage is not a lot. I'm about to sneeze. My apologies. It was like Pumbaa is being milked there by the food cart. Rational Scouts almost complete by the Delhi Sultanate player. Of course, Delhi Sultanate gets all the research for free, so he may not be necessarily eyeing for actually looking at a piece of venison, but he is going for more scouts here, so Lucy's going to try to make a grab for the venison. Might as well get the research free. And scouts are not too terribly expensive, even if you... And they're still just scouts, which they can still do that job as well. They'll just be a bit more professional as scouts. This is a pretty good number of Yari cavalry here, moving at a staggering 2.06 movement speed. Blue needs to get some more spearmen. Gazi Raiders are just simply not going to cut it. They're just going to be inferior to the Yari cavalry by a large amount. These Gazi Raiders should just turn around and fight. They outnumber and should do fine enough. Blue has lost 5 villagers so far this game, and it's down quite a good number. More villagers going down for Blue. And more villagers being tasked on 4, not great. Yeah, right now Blue needs to go heavier in spearmen. He does manage to capture every single sacred site, giving him an excellent amount of extra gold income. 375 additional gold per minute. He has 0 villagers in gold, and that should be up to 375 approximately. Looks like I got some more ambush shinobi here, snaring some of these Gazi Raiders. And his whole formation is wounded. He needs to fall back to a scholar and pick it off. He does find a food trader there. So just want to obtain the Uber Eats there. So I'm not sure what version the Japanese have to Uber Eats. Spearmen pursuing these cavalry now. Spearmen pursuing. We have a good number of Yumi archers now. They are, of course, cheaper but weaker archers. Right now costing 35. Which would be a good counter to those spearmen, which right now more spearmen would be a good idea for blue. Guys, Raiders need to hit those Yumi archers. Won't take too much to kill off these Yumi archers though. Yumi archers of course have only 68 health. Guys, Raiders right now doing 12 plus 12, so 24 damage per strike. So it looks like 3 strikes will take out a Yumi archer. Three strikes will do 72 damage, so plus 1 armor, melee armor, will not save the Yumi archers. They need a little bit more health to go along with that. In fact, right now, 3 strikes with 1 armor will be 69 damage. So it looks like the Gazi Raiders are very perfectly able to fight those Yumi archers. Plus, if his opponent gets some extra armor, he can always go for melee damage as well. House of Learning not going on up. This piece of venison will be dropped. Gazi Raiders moving around. Got a food cart here. Villagers backing off. House of Learning incomplete. Currently 0 villagers building the House of Learning. Too many Yari cavalry charging down on top of him. Villagers largely inside the town center, though one does draw the short straw. Gazi Raiders may not want to pursue too far because they could just simply turn around and win. Couple spearmen push way forward. Sake Brewery now being pulled in the field. Up here we do have, looks like the food carts going down. And 6-side victory is going to be successful soon, but one of the 6 sides being decaptured at least. Another Yati cart is going down. These forces are going to get hit as well. Those backing off. Mills not complete. Those man's Agion up. Some Gilams would be relatively nice right now. Not Gilams, man at arms. Wrong civilization. He is right now going for the Pockies. Archers across will get plus 0.5 range. He is going for some Lancers. No Gilams. He may not. Yeah, he should have. He has a spearman on the field, so he can get out some man at arms. Did I say Gilams again? I just got done casting game Abs Dynasty. Down south, Sacred Site being decaptured. All the 6 sites will be decaptured shortly. Blue's been maintaining triple Sacred Site income for quite some time. In fact, probably all this gold income, almost all of that gold income he has in store is probably from passive income from the Sacred Sites. We do now have the Ego Yumi, increase plus 1 damage to Yumi archers, make them a bit more standardized. Since they have 1 less base damage, that'll effectively put them off their regular archer damage. They also have less health. We do now have the veteran Yumi archer, oh no, that's the wrong side. Veteran Yumi archer research now complete. With 74 health. Gazi Raiders are not veteran just yet, but Rosie's not going for it just yet. Once they get upgraded, they will once again 3-shot the Yumi archers. At least they should, I believe. Yeah, they should. After all, currently they're doing 70 damage per strike, and right now these Yumi archers are just doing 74, so they get plus 1 damage. They'll do 75, or 3 strikes, I should say. 3 strikes, not per strike. 3 strikes. You know what they say? 3 strikes, you're out. Most of these Lancers are going to be pursued. These Yard Cavalry can move far faster than these Lancers. Up north, these Lancers, however, find some villagers. Lancers right now have 5 all-range armor. Yumi archers have right now 8 damage, so they're able to pierce the Lances no problem. Shinobi being deployed in the field. They do throw the smoke grenades and run back, or they're like drug grenades. I think it's like some sort of drugs that they throw at their opponent. Got a monk here. Lancers starting to way forward, starting to make their way back now. Just a large number of Lancers. He has not gotten the Hoden Blade upgrade just yet either. The what's called Kiji. So they are missing out a bit of base damage there. Does impale some of the Yari cavalry. And we've got some flagellation there. We are seeing the Mounthouse upgrades, so he's going straight for some elephant upgrades. War elephants wouldn't be half bad right now. They will offer good anti-cavalry damage. Though we do have some of the anti-armor tools here. The Nagashima Ashigarus. They are the crossbow replacement for the Daimyo. Which I believe they're also classified not as gunpowder. Or not as light gunpowder. They don't get affected by the bow damage from archers. They're neither light nor heavy. Just gunpowder. For the gunpowder replacement. They cost 70, so more expensive than a regular crossbowman. They offer 15 damage. Regular crossbowman has what, 10 damage, plus 10 versus heavy. But their attack speed is slower than a crossbowman. But they do also offer a little bit more health. Scholar going on down. Right now, blue has obtained 2 relics. Yellow has picked up 1. Which I believe that one could be right there. No, that's a food cart. Those here are starting to go on down. Got a Wolo. Does take a slice there, and does gather radius. Blue's obtained 2 sacred sites. This one center has potential, so got a sacred site victory in for blue, or shortly. Got smoke grenades there. It looks like you can target your own buildings with the Shinobi there as well. Good to know. I thought it was only self-force. Didn't say anything in the description saying you can target your own structures. Which makes it pretty nice for the farmhouses, so you have a bit of emergency defense when it comes to your venison collectors. $25 damage per strike, so they will 3-shot these Yumi archers as well. Some lances getting gunned down a little bit there. Some Lancers here getting hit by the Yari cavalry. They should be able to turn around. Those are trying to save the sacred site. Impales that Yari cavalry twice. And the Scholar stays here and able to get some health recovery here. Right now, blue has an army size of 37 versus 45. Blue has a higher value due to the larger value of Lancers. But I think this number is also greatly inflated by the number of Scholars in the field. He's at 20. Yeah, if you take the 12 times it by the 24 on 240. Yeah, that's most of his army value is in the scholars. And remember that well the discount scholars, so this number is actually inflated. We do have the level 2 cavalry clan. Pushing down some other infrastructure. Lancers now pushing the way forward. We have some less infrastructure over here. Villagers heading up north, just drawing the ire of the Yumi archers. Lancers push the way forward. Yellow does capture the central secret site there. B captures it. Fully captures the northern one. Blue or yellow still torching down some other stuff here. House of Learning never queued up the hearty rations. Might as well get that queued on up. Oh, got some smoke bombs being thrown out there. Hits this formation. Finds a good number of villagers there. They all going down. Food card as well. Yellow still has an army here. Blue has a higher villager count right now, 59 versus 41. And he has got the keep on the field and has got a village fortress. Just not queued up any villagers to the fortress. Yellow's backing on off now. Blue's advancing. Got a good number of scholars here, so he's bringing the scholars for frontline healing. Yellow does discard his gunpowder units there. Let his cavalry escape on out of there. Got good number of scholars here. Now they have a particularly high movement speed of 1.69, so they're able to accompany this formation quite well. Actually, they move faster than the Lancers. The crossbones should be left behind. They will slow down the entire formation. I didn't realize these scholars can get that fast. Holy crap. Like 1.69 is just stupidly fast. Like I said, they can move faster than Lancers. They can keep a company of Lancers. We do now have a war elephant on the build queue for the Delhi Sultanate. Of course, the entire formation will be healed up in no time. I think Delhi Sultanate players starting to get a pretty good grasp of the game. Feels like the Daimyo player's has the advantage the entire game, but it looks like the Delhi Sultanate, with all the scholars here now actually being utilized as a military unit. All the resources been obtained. He has enough gold to age him up, just needs a whole pile more food. Which we don't have too many farms in mode. He's actually starting to produce more and more farms every time I look back here. Another mosque there. Blue has obtained 4 relics. Gazier is coming for a bit of a raid. More shinobi there. Does spawn on top of a wall. Which some of the grenades may impact the top of the wall, looks like. Up north, not sure if any villagers. Oh, yeah, a good number of villagers went down there. Beasty struck from multiple locations one, and his one only reacted one. Not like they could all escape all Lancers. Yellow's actually down to below 40 villagers. Blue's doing a great job of raiding all the villagers. That's probably what's giving him on a pretty good foothold this entire game. He was on the back foot, it felt like, but that's greatly changed. You have now deflection available on the samurai. He has level 3 cavalry, or at least clans. Scholars trying to get some units being healed up there in combat. Some of the scholars are going down. Guys are just slowly being picked apart. Now I do have a war elephant. Looks like the majority of those scholars, or a good chunk of those scholars, did go down there. He still has 25 in the field with 9 more on the build queue. Blue right now has 2 sacred sites on his control. Yellow has 0. And over here we do have Lancers taking out a good number of ranged units. But of course, these crossbow are the anti-heavy, and not crossbow, the Tangoshima Ashigarus. Those of the Lancers will crush the way forward. Good number of Lancers severely wounded. It may be just best for Blue to pull back out of this region, see how wounded those units are. He has plenty of scholars to keep them healed off. There's wounded force falling back. Passing some scholars is a good idea. I'm curious about the level 3. Chorus provides first plus 5, then plus 10%. Now also gets deflective armor. And of course allows Daimyo levies to be occasionally get spawned out for free. Blue still has plenty of gold for age up, just needs a lot more food. Blue one may want to slow down on the gold collection. He has 10 villagers on gold, which honestly, it's not too many. Oh, I think he just bought a bunch of food, didn't he? Because I think he just bought some food. One for a big round of God's Raiders, a couple crossbow, and another pile of scholars. Sacred side victory for Blue once again. Shinobi popped on out. Take 40% increased damage. That should be very useful against the elephants, honestly, now thinking about it. Scholars gain some great frontline healing, and Yellow backs of the game. This is Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.